roadways within the UZO and to cross-reference the existing restrictions on barbed wire and/or razor wire fencing along sidewalks in the USD. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All right, we're in discussion. Councilmember.
I've got an amendment for y'all to put on. Do you want to get that properly before you and I'll explain it all?
Perfect. All right, we've got an amendment. Can I get a motion on amendment? Second. All right, great. This amendment.
So when I first filed this, it was because and I've talked to y'all a little bit about this before, but also like we've had lots of fence discussions, right? So when I first filed this, it was primarily because I was turning in a lot of barbed wire code violations, and codes wasn't really doing anything with it. Well, it turns out that part of the code, the Metro code for barbed wire, is actually enforced by Public Works. So what this legislation does, so at one point I was like, well then, do I need to pull this? But the amendment, thanks to our staff with Matthew, he kind of did a clarifying amendment that needed to be in this bill anyway. It basically clarifies who is in charge of, so each department knows what they're over, and it clarifies that you can have that one strand over 7 feet. So now when people are walking down the sidewalk, they're not going to be, having barbed wire in their face. It will, unless you're over 7 feet tall, in which case I'm sorry, but jealous.
I have a question. Would codes or Public Works enforce any antlers on the fences?
I think that's a code situation, but it's going to be guided by potentially a conservation overlay or a historic overlay.
Actually falls under MMPD.
Or that too, potentially that too.
Anybody else on the amendment? All right, all in favor of the
I'm
amendment?
going to ask if you could have a hand vote that has to wiggle. I'm kidding. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I just want to have Zach wiggle his arm and yes, thank you.
Make Zach do a hand vote.
All in favor of the amendment, say aye.
Aye.
Any
Thank
against?
you.
All right, and then on the bill as amended, anybody have any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you for indulging me, committee and chair.
Consider yourself indulged.
All right, and the only other bill we have on is Bill 2019-95, which is myself, Councilmember Hurt, Councilmember Sawara. Amends Title 16 of the Metro Code of Laws require diaper changing facilities in certain public restrooms. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
All right. Brief description is on gender-specific restrooms. These are public restrooms on new builds or major renovations that require a building permit. We would require changing facilities if they're gender-specific in both bathrooms, men's and women's, or if there is a gender-neutral, unisex, or family bathroom, when changing facility is adequate.
Is this all new builds?
All new builds, major renovations,
So anything currently existing is not
no
impacted?
retrofits. Correct.
And is there has been any kind of evaluation on whether or not this is it doesn't sound like there's any significant cost.
No, General Services did sort of a sampling of Metro facilities and what they knew. They don't know very specifically if they all have men's restrooms, but they kind of gave an idea of, okay, here are the changing facilities. And if we build a new Metro facility and put this in, the cost per changing table to Metro is $850.
Okay.
What about in schools? Say we build a new elementary school and a new, in that case, boys' bathroom, a 5th grade hallway.
They don't have them in the women's,
Right,
in the schools.
No,
right.
that's
So
effective.
how does that affect this?
Kids that needed changing.
Does this only require if there's one in the women's room, then there must be one in the men's, or?
If they're gender specific, publicly accessible, then yes, they have to have one each.
So I guess the school is not
publicly
accessible.
I don't know.
No, if it's through the security, no, you can't just go in them.
Correct.
Okay.
I believe that's the case. I'm happy to get clarification from legal.
No, I just,
That's a good point.
I feel like that would actually be a bad thing in a kid's bathroom in a school because they
Right. Encourage
think it a toy.
Yeah.
Totally agree. All right. Any other questions? Discussion? All right, ready for the vote? All in favor? Aye. Against? All right, you recommend. And then we also have Tasha Kennard from the Farmers Market, which is, of course, under our purview. She's going to tell a little bit about the facility, her duties and the duties of her staff. And then I believe she's brought something for us that's in the break room. So, Tasha.
I promised to be brief, so I'm not going to go over every single thing on this presentation tonight, but feel free to take one and pass. I'm Tasha Kennard. I am the director of the Nashville Farmers Market. I will also just kind of leave some cards in case you need to contact me. The farmers market's been around since the 1800s, believe it or not. Our first location was right where we're sitting tonight. And all of that is outlined in this really lengthy, awesome presentation. So I just want to hit some highlights. Our mission is to provide retail space, promotion, and training to farmers, food entrepreneurs, and retail entrepreneurs serve as a catalyst for a healthy-based food system. We do that in a variety of different ways through serving the public with our retail space, our incubation and training opportunities, and our community service and outreach programs. I'm going to skip ahead because there's a lot of detail in the first 6 pages.
It's supposed to be brief.
I know, and you know that I'm not good at brevity.
I know.
So for those of you that haven't been to the market, I just kind of want to explain how we're set up. We are a 14-acre property. We have a greenhouse, which is called Gardens of Babylon. We have 2 farm sheds, and then we have the market house. They're all popular in different types of ways. They all operate year-round. They all have different types of merchants that utilize each of those zones. So the Garden Center is our largest lease. It's 24,000 square feet. It is the only urban retail garden center in the Southeast that operates on public land. They are known as the, I feel weird saying this out loud, the best retail garden center in the Southeast. In fact, they just won an award from their trade organization for merchandising. They do everything from retailing plants, house plants, container plants, garden supplies, to hosting workshops, yoga classes, and teaching people how to garden. They also sponsor schools and help build out community gardens in neighborhoods. So if that's an interest to you in your district, give us a call. We'll hook you up with Gardens of Babylon, and they can be a great resource for you. The farm sheds are, I would say, one of the most interesting components of the market. It is the heartbeat of the farmers market. We have over 150 merchants that retail in that space throughout the year in different types of patterns. Some folks retail daily. Some folks retail weekends only, which is Friday through Sunday. And then some folks retail just single day, either a Saturday or a Sunday. Some folks are year-round, so we have about 50 year-round merchants, and then the other 100 are seasonal. And our seasonality is broken up into 2 zones. We have what we call peak, which is May through November, and non-peak, otherwise known as winter, December through April. So we're right at the start of our winter market. We're one of 4 markets in the state of Tennessee that operates year-round. We have the most vendors at our market for winter than any other market in the state, which we're really proud of, and the Department of Ag is also very proud of. And most of those markets, if you come on the weekend or throughout the week, you'll find most of those merchants are there on Saturday with about 50 on Saturday and 20 or so on Friday and Sunday. So it's a very different experience if you come in the sheds on Monday versus Saturday. And that is something that the market has struggled with for many, many years. The sheds, the whole market was designed in 1995 or built in 95. And those sheds were designed to be enclosed so that they could be, operate at full capacity year round. And they are still open air. We have asked for funding to enclose those sheds. We look forward to that discussion when you're taking up any capital needs as the council. And we understand the situation that we're all in as a city right now. But when the time comes where there's funding available, it is a game changer for the market to have those sheds enclosed, and a game changer for the merchants that operate there. In those shed areas, we also have two new things, if you haven't been recently. Last December, we added 2 urban farms to the market. So they're actually growing and producing on our property. One is a shipping container farm that has been wrapped in a really cool mural by North Collective. They grow using a vertical hydroponic system. So it is an actual shipping container that's been turned into this like spaceship looking farm. They give all sorts of tours and workshops and training to schools in the area that want to learn about how to incorporate vertical and hydroponic farms into their school property or their greenhouses. We have a greenhouse that and that farm grows lettuce and herbs. We have a greenhouse that grows microgreens, very, very popular. He's been with us for 2 years. He started out in the farm shed selling about 25 trays of microgreens, which are the baby greens of a plant, and they're packed with nutrition. He would sell about 25 trays a weekend. He's now selling 225 trays a weekend, just in about 18 months. Very, very popular, and it is a growing trend. He produces on his farm and at the market. And they've been a really great addition. We're always trying to look at how we turn the concrete into a great experience for the consumer. And adding those 2 farms to the property has really been a nice addition for us. And then we have the Market House, which most people have attended an event at the Market House or they've come to dine at the Market House. We've got 18 restaurants in there. We have several shops. We've got some new retail opportunities where we've rolled out a kiosk program to help minority, small, and veteran-based businesses. We have 2 new silos where we've opened up as art galleries, and we have a new international market that will be opening at the end of the year. It's a bustling market house. It is open from 10 to 6 Sunday through Thursday and until 8 p.m. on weekends, Friday and Saturday. And it is busy all the time. Because we have so many different things going on at the facility, many of you may have heard over the past couple of years that parking can be a challenge at the Nashville Farmers Market. So we work real hard with our security personnel and our operations personnel, as well as our merchants, to get communications out to the community about where they can park. We are one of the only markets in the United States that still has free parking. So thank you. We're glad that we can still offer that to our customers. But we also know that it is a premium to have it. And we're trying to do our best to manage that resource. If you're ever visiting the market, you need to dash in and dash out. Maybe you're performing a service in the park, whatever it may be. I've given you my card. That number rolls to my cell phone. Feel free to use it. I wouldn't want you to park in an area and leave your car there all day and get towed. Because the park rangers do tow after 2 hours. So you need to be cognizant of where you're parking. If you're parking inside our gates or in our lot, you're generally safe. But if you're parking on the street, you're likely to get towed after 2 hours. And a lot of people don't know that. So just thought I'd go ahead and let you know.
But the stickers that I gave you all for Christmas on the inside of your windshield.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I need one of those stickers. All right, we do have a strategic plan. We've got our goals listed in this document, and those, I'm not going to hit all the components of it, but I want you to know that it exists, and we do use it to manage and measure our work, to improve our economic and environmental sustainability, to increase merchant services and diversity, to increase access to fresh, healthy food, engage the community and share our story, and to align our organizational capacity. If you ever want to learn more about the tactics that roll into that strategic plan, I'd love to spend time with you at the market. I did promise to be brief today, so I'm not going to detail the entire plan to you. But we worked really hard with our board that you appoint and approve, and we've kept this plan up to date, and we keep it going 3 years out. And so we are constantly reviewing our plans and trying to make sure that we're keeping up with the marketplace and staying competitive as well. We also evaluate our rates on an annual basis. You may hear a lot in the news about how Nashville is becoming unaffordable. We never want to be a part of that headline. Part of the services that we offer the community is to be a low-cost, low-barrier retail opportunity for startup businesses, whether you're a farmer or a crafter or a restaurateur. So we keep our rates below the average for existing build in Nashville. And we charge $17 a square foot currently for new concepts inside the Market House. And then our existing vendors are on a 3-year rate plan that steps up $2 per square foot each year. And then our outside merchants pay a very low cost daily fee of either $50 a Saturday or $30 any other day. Okay? We've got several different programs that we operate at the market, too, that I just want to bring to your attention today. One is our Grow Local Kitchen program. That is an incubation program located inside the Market House where about 8 to 10 pop-up restaurants get their start every year. We have a residency and training program that they can sign on to for a 1-year commitment, and it gives them access to our facility on a monthly basis, up to 4 days a month for them to come test their concept out. So let's say you're starting a cheesecake business and you need a place for production. You can sign up for this program. Or you're starting a new hot chicken concept. You can sign up for this program and use our space. It is a competitive process to get into the residency program, and if someone doesn't qualify to get into it, we refer them to other incubation programs throughout town based on what their needs are. So if they have needs about financing or understanding business planning, or if they have greater needs than what we're able to offer in terms of actual retail space, we send them to other places that might. We also offer a program called Fresh Bucks. Fresh Bucks has been around since 2016. It was part of a statewide initiative to increase SNAP, which is food stamp acceptance at farmers markets. And we led the charge on that program in 2016 across the state and secured funding from the USDA and AARP. That funding has since concluded, and we were able to raise funds through our Friends of Nashville Farmers Market group to sustain that program indefinitely. So the past 3 years, we have given out over $5,000 annually in SNAP incentives to customers that shop at the Nashville Farmers Market. And what that means is that if you have a SNAP card, an EBT card, you can come shop at, let's say, Hancock Family Farms booth, and for every $20 you spend with your EBT card, we match it up to $20.
I was about to ask if you had a family farm.
I did, but I do shop at Hancock Family Farm just because I feel a little loyalty.
Yes. And so we encourage all of our farmers to participate in that program because essentially it's free dollars we're going to pass through to them that can help their farm increase their revenue. And it also it attracts additional customers to them because people are constantly looking at where they can purchase fresh, healthy food with their EBT card. And more of the social services programs throughout Nashville are encouraging people that use EBT to consider a healthy diet because usually food security is highly relates with obesity and hypertension and diabetes. Another thing I just want to bring to your attention, you might hear some hubbub about it in the media coming up, is we have set a goal to become a zero waste facility by 2020. We started out on this goal in 2017, and we have tackled it in several phases with training and education at the top. Back in 2017, we also rolled out new policies to help our existing merchants and new merchants understand the expectations when they sign on to do business at the market. And we provide ongoing training to all of our concepts and their employees that's free of charge to them. Thanks to the hard work of the Public Works Department, we now have composting services at the market, which have enabled us to set this goal. And right now, so prior to 2018, 8% of our waste was going to recycling, and the rest was going to the landfill. Right now, 30% of our waste is going to recycling. 40% is going to compost. And 30% is going to landfill.
That's impressive.
We are gonna turn it upside down, okay?
It's impressive.
And we have made quick progress. We've actually kind of shocked ourselves a little bit. And the good news is that it's happened so fast that what we had prepared was that our refuse cost was gonna kind of double for 3 years. But because we're moving so fast, it's balancing out. Our landfill bill is going down much quicker than we thought it was going to, and our compost, as we collect more, that bill kind of equals out. So where we thought those refuse service charges were gonna really hit us hard this year, they haven't. So that's fantastic. And I'm telling you that because I want you to know that it is possible for other departments and other entities throughout the city and the state to accomplish this. If the Nashville Farmers Market, with over 150 independent operators, can accomplish it, I think buildings with single occupancy can as well.
Where does the compost tend to stay on site, or does it go?
So part of our capital improvements that we just completed included redeveloping our waste center. Our waste center used to be enclosed in our building envelope, and we worked with our architect to take it outside of our building. It's now on the side of the Market and Bicentennial Mall, just behind Bella Nashville, the pizza place, and Delta 61. So it's an external waste center now. Everything's collected at one space where it used to be all throughout the facility because our facility was not designed for recycling or compost. So when you go to our refuse center, you can discard any grease that you collected in your restaurant. You can discard recycling, compost, and landfill all at once. And then we also have a pallet area as well so that we can get those things off the property and keep everyone safe.
So is it composted off-site?
It is. The compost company picks up 2 to 3 times a week, depending upon our needs,
Right.
And they take it out to their facility in Ashland City. It does actually return in compost form to the market, and it's sold at Gardens of Babylon.
That was where I was headed with.
And as we've ramped up, they're also going to allow us to gift our portion of compost. So if you contribute to the compost company, you get an opportunity to receive compost back from them. So we've chosen to do it in 2 ways. It's sold through Gardens of Babylon, which is a completely different contract, and there's a cost share for that with Gardens of Babylon and the compost company. And then our free product, we gift out to community and school-based gardens. It's a really cool program. We also do monthly workshops. We're always trying to help the community learn the benefits of eating seasonal foods. And, cooking is not a way of life. That is still communicated in our children's education. And home economics went away, and no one knows how to can or put up food, as my grandmother called it.
Or make soup.
No one knows how to make soup.
That's crazy, right?
So we're trying to bring it back, okay? So we partner with the Nashville Community Education Commission, another metro entity, to host workshops at our property once a month. They're either free or low cost, and then we host May through November, we host a chef series in the farm sheds where chefs from around town come in and do a cooking demonstration, and all of that is free.
Where's the calendar for that live?
On our website. So we did launch a new website about 2 years ago, and it is chock full of information. If you ever need to know what's going on at the market, or you want to look up a recipe, or you want to know who's there, you can go to that and use it as a resource, or you can just call or text me.
How often do you have school tours?
Daily.
Really?
And that answer has changed because the museum is next to us now. So the Tennessee State Museum has been a wonderful new addition, and when the Library and Archives opens up some point in 2020, I'm sure it will also add to the activity. The museum, we've become really good partners for one another. In fact, they're doing a Let's Eat exhibit right now that's based entirely on our food culture as a state. And we've helped them with that programming. And they've in turn helped us develop new tour programming guidelines. So we didn't really have any. It was kind of one of those things where you wanted to come to the market and check it out. You had to figure out who to call and where to park. We now have a person on our team that's in charge of tours. We have a scheduling tool from our website that you can use. And we have a partnership form that if you want to come to our site and go to the other sites, whether it's the state capitol or the museum or Bicentennial Mall, you're automatically hooked into their tour coordinators when you fill out our form. We still have a bus problem. All of us have a bus problem over at the market and the museum because the museum was not designed, even though their number one function is to provide education, historical education to our children in the state. They don't have a bus lot. And they take 24 school buses a day.
Oh my gosh.
So it's kind of a drop off and then move along?
They
type
drop
of
off
situation?
and they go to the stadium, and then they come back and get them. So I think we have finally, they've been open for a year now. They opened last October. We have finally figured out how to make it work, and everyone's satisfied. And we have far less buses blocking traffic in our lot and in the streets.
When you say stadium, you mean Nissan Stadium, right? Okay, not First Tennessee Park. They go.
No, they actually, their parking is a state garage, which is in use during the day.
Okay. Members, we've got about
Yep.
2 minutes before we head out. Is there anything else you wanted to?
No, I would just say if you need anything, don't hesitate to call. If you will likely from time to time get a constituent call about the market, someone who wants to learn how to do business there, somebody that doesn't know our processes. Just use us as your resource. We're happy to tour you. We're happy to talk to anybody that you need us to talk to. And if you have questions about how we can help you in your district, we are happy to help. Farmers markets are very popular, and everyone wants one on the corner of their neighborhood or at their church or at their park. But we don't want to oversaturate, and that just simply hurts the farmers. They can't be everywhere at once. So we're happy to be a strategic partner with you on that and help you find the right people to help you in your communities.
Wonderful. Anybody else? Questions, comments? And I think in the break room there's a product of the farmers market.
Yes, there's smoked sausage in the break room, and it is for you. And you can anticipate we bring it up here every Christmas, and it's our way of thanking you for all of your hard work and wishing you well throughout this holiday season. And it is below the limit. So it's okay, you don't need to ask if you can take it. It is below the limit.
That's good, because we're still recording and everything.
It's not
Documented.
super premium. All right. Well, great. Well, thank you, Tasha. I really appreciate it. And that concludes Coach Fair Farmers Market Committee.
Thank you.
All right.
Thing like